Hello, welcome to lesson 91 of the JavaScript algorithms and data structures course on freecodecamp.org. And the title of this lesson is Testing Objects for Properties. Okay, wait. So basically, it means finding out if a certain property exists in an object. So sometimes it is useful to check if the property of a given object exists or not. We can use the dot has own property prop name method of objects to determine if that object has the given property name. So dot has own property returns true or false if the property is found or not. So this is an example. My object dot has own property top, and then we have dot has own property middle. So the first one should return true because there's a property called top. The second one here should return false because there is no property called middle. These functions are very important, right? I hope that you have somewhere you're writing them down or somewhere in your brain that you're storing them. Yeah, they are so important. Although you could always get them on when you search them on Google. So in case you're writing a lot of code and then you just want to, and you just realize that you need to find out something of this nature, just go ahead and check it on Google. Hello Google, what's the function to find out if my object has a certain property, and it's going to bring it out for you. Google is it's been helping a lot of programmers' lives since 1990s. All right, so it's okay to Google these things, all right? It's not a big deal. Even I believe that there are senior engineers, senior programmers that search things on Google. It's not a proof that you don't know. Nobody knows everything. So feel free to always search it, but you could still write it down and know that it's also good it's a good habit to also write down these things. It helps you to not forget them easily. Okay, so we are asked here to modify the function check object to test if an object passed to the function contains a specific property. If the property is found, return that property's value. If not, return not found. Okay, we're asked to do two things here. Find out if the object contains a property, and if it is found, return that property's value. If not, return not found. Okay, so it's a very simple way to do this, and there is also a quite a not so simple way to do this. Okay, let's start from the not so simple way, and then we compress it into the simple way. So let's do it line by line. The first thing is to obj dot. Notice that we have two parameters here. The first is the object, and then the second is the property we are asked to check. So that has own property um check prop. So let's put it in a value or in a variable. I won't be changing it. So let's just use a constant. So because result equal to this. We would say if result is equal to true, we're supposed to return results, sorry, object, object dot, okay, let's use the bracket notation because we don't know the name of the name of what now, the name of the property. We don't know the name, right? So we have a variable here that should contain the name. So else return um obj and okay, return not found. Okay, wow, I'm just writing typing anyhow. I don't need this, so this should work. All right, let's see, because I don't know if they're passing an object into it. Okay, we need to pass in an object and a property, so I have to now create an object now. Okay. Const person equal to name Jasmine, uh, occupation. She is a software engineer. So like we want to check if person has what now? Has a name. Check prop is not defined. Okay, check object. So it returns Jasmine. So what if I do something like age not found? So this works properly. So I want us to change some things here. First of all, since result is already a boolean, we don't need to have result equals true. It's like something like tautology. So let's take this away and just have if result, right? And we still have the same, you know, the same answer. Okay, so that's the first thing to work on. And then the next thing we could take care of is I'm trying to find a way to shorten this. Okay, so that we don't waste unnecessary lines of code. Since we're not using this result, where are we even using? Okay, we're using it just in one place. So let's just take this away and then replace the result inside of our statement, inside of our if statement with this. All right, so we've taken away one line of code that we don't need. And is there any other thing we would take care of? And this else also, we could also do something about this else. We could just remove this, just have this. All right, so as the program is being executed, it checks if this is true, and then it execute this statement. And since it's a return statement, it returns, it's executed, and then leaves the entire function. But then if it discovers that this does not evaluate to true, it does not execute this statement. It goes on to the next line. All right. So and then it goes ahead and returns this. So see how taking care of this. It looks better now. It looks shorter too and concise. All right. So I wanted to just explain that. I hope it's clear. I hope it's not confusing. All right. But it's good to start with the first part, as a beginner, it's good. But then it's not good to stay there. So always look for easier ways to write your code, more concise ways to write your code, all right? It's very important. So let's run the tests. All right. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. This was interesting. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like my channel, like this video, subscribe to my channel, Jasmine Okudo. Just in case you're not watching this on my channel's name is Jasmine Okudo. Yeah, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care and bye.